Let's get right into it. Number 7. The healthy cigarette lie. Picture this. You're in the 1940s, wearing a hat big enough to serve shade to a small village, and every billboard is yelling at you that smoking makes you healthier. Doctors, yes, actual licensed humans with stethoscopes, were out here posing for ads saying things like, more doctors smoke Camels than any other cigarette, which is the scientific equivalent of saying, trust me, I eat cake every day, therefore cake prevents diabetes. The wild part is how convincingly the marketing worked. Imagine a world where the very thing filling your lungs with smoke is sold as a tool to clear your throat. People sincerely believed cigarettes helped with digestion, stress, throat irritation, basically everything short of paying your taxes. And your poor lungs were just in the background like, hello? I am dying? The psychology behind this masterpiece of deception comes down to authority bias. Your brain is wired to trust people in lab coats, even if what they're endorsing is, fire inhalation. If someone looks smart enough, suddenly your common sense packs its bags and leaves. Add some sleek packaging, a couple of celebrities, and a population that didn't yet know what a carcinogen was. And boom, you've got the world's deadliest product pitched as the world's chillest hobby. Cigarette companies also weaponized something called health framing, where they invented light, low tar, and filtered versions to trick people into thinking they were less deadly. Spoiler, they weren't. Filters actually encouraged you to inhale more deeply because the smoke felt smoother, so the product's safer version managed to be, in many cases, the more dangerous one. It's like someone telling you that if you jump off a cliff wearing slightly softer shoes, you'll survive the landing, and people nodded, lit another one and said, ah yes, science. Number 6. The sugar makes kids hyper myth. Imagine giving a kid a cupcake and then waiting like it's a live science experiment. You stare at them, expecting them to transform into a tiny, screaming tornado, bouncing off walls, levitating, maybe unlocking new dimensions. Parents brace themselves like they're about to observe a natural disaster. But here's the twist. Sugar doesn't actually make kids hyper. Never has. Not even once. The real hyperactivity was the adults. If a parent thinks sugar equals chaos, they start watching the kid like a hawk on espresso. Every wiggle becomes proof, every laugh becomes, see, I told you. It's called the expectancy effect. Your brain fills in the chaos it's expecting to see. It's like going to a haunted house convinced you'll see a ghost, and then screaming when a broom falls over. Meanwhile, the kid is just vibing. They're having fun because, well, there's a party, there are people, and you just fed them frosting that tastes like happiness. But it's not the sugar, it's the atmosphere. Studies consistently show that whether you give a kid real sugar or a placebo, parents will still report hyperactivity if they believe the child had sugar, meaning the sugar isn't the fuel, your expectations are. This myth survived for decades because it's convenient. Parents want an explanation for why kids sometimes act like caffeinated squirrels, and saying, he's just a child with a nervous system and zero rent to pay, doesn't feel satisfying. So sugar became the fall guy. Never mind science, logic, or the fact that kids are naturally louder than your neighbor's broken motorcycle. Psychologically, it's the perfect storm. Expectation leads to confirmation, and confirmation becomes truth. It's the same mechanism behind thinking your phone vibrated when it didn't. Your brain is just determined to be dramatic. So in reality, sugar's biggest crime is ruining your dentist's peace. The rest of the chaos, pure human imagination. Number 5. Milk gives you strong bones. Somewhere in your childhood, a cartoon cow or a smiling athlete convinced you that milk was basically liquid muscle. You were told that one sip would fortify your bones, straighten your posture, enhance your destiny, and possibly make you tall enough to dunk on your enemies. Milk wasn't a drink, it was a personality. But here's the plot twist. The milk equals superbones idea was mostly a marketing creation brewed by the dairy industry, and your skeleton is still mad about it. Sure, milk has calcium, that part is real. But the narrative that drinking milk will magically prevent every bone-related issue has been wildly exaggerated for decades. Some countries with the highest dairy consumption also happen to have higher rates of osteoporosis. Weird, right? It's like taking vitamins and still getting sick, because, shocker, biology is complicated and advertising slogans cannot change biochemistry, no matter how many athletes smile at you from a poster. The real science says bone health depends on a combo of things: vitamin D, exercise, genetics, sunlight, and not treating your bones like a piñata. Milk is just one possible source of calcium, not the chosen one, not the bone whisperer, just a beverage. So why the myth? Simple. Dairy companies ran massive campaigns to make milk seem essential. They framed it as a must-have, especially for kids, and repeated it until the whole planet believed cows were the gatekeepers of skeleton integrity. It's classic marketing psychology. Repeat a message enough times, attach it to health and childhood, and people accept it as gospel. Milk basically pulled off the biggest PR stunt in calcium history. Meanwhile, your bones are like, maybe try a walk and eat a vegetable once in a while. Number 4. The low-fat scam. Imagine walking into a grocery store in the 1990s. Everything. Cookies, yogurt, cereal, muffins, even foods that absolutely should not be proud of it, was labeled low-fat in giant heroic letters. These labels made you feel like you were making saintly, clean eating choices, even when you were holding a snack that was basically a sugar cube wearing a disguise. The low-fat revolution was not a health discovery, it was a marketing frenzy. Companies realized that if they removed fat, everything tasted like damp cardboard, so they stuffed the products with extra sugar and chemicals to keep you interested. Congratulations, you removed one problem and replaced it with a rave party for diabetes. But here's the trick. Your brain loves labels that simplify health. When you see low fat, your brain unleashes a little confetti parade and decides the whole product is healthy. This is called the health halo effect, where one positive-sounding word blinds you to everything else. So people ate twice as much low-fat junk because they thought it was basically green juice. Fat, ironically, wasn't even the villain. We need fat. Fat keeps hormones working, organs cushioned, and your brain from turning into a disconnected group chat. But marketing didn't care. Fat-free sounded shiny and righteous, even if the food was 400 calories of sticky sugar sludge. Basically, the low-fat era tricked an entire generation into eating dessert as a health food. Your body was confused, your metabolism was confused, and your taste buds were crying softly in the corner. Number 3. Detox anything. Picture this. You wake up after a long weekend of bad decisions, pizza at 2 a.m., zero sleep, maybe a questionable drink that tasted like sadness, and your first thought is, I need a detox. So you buy a neon green juice that tastes like wet grass and despair, convinced it's scrubbing your organs clean like some kind of internal car wash. But surprise, your body already comes with a detox system. 2, actually, the liver and the kidneys. They're free, built-in, constantly running, and they don't need kale to activate. The whole detox industry is a marketing fever dream, selling you cleanses, teas, powders, and mysterious liquids that promise to flush toxins, despite never identifying which toxins or where they're allegedly hiding. Like a horror movie where the villain is always something in the shadows. It works because people love the illusion of control. When you've been living like a raccoon in a dumpster, drinking a green juice feels like you're hitting a cosmic reset button. Psychologically, it's called the moral licensing effect. You do one good thing, and your brain instantly forgives your sins. I drank a detox tea, therefore the 5 donuts I inhaled earlier don't count. It's spiritual math. The truth is, most detox products do nothing except make your wallet lighter or, depending on the tea, make you sprint to the bathroom like your life depends on it. And if a product claims to remove toxins but can't name a single one, translation, it's removing toxins the same way fairy dust cures headaches. Basically, detox marketing convinced people their organs need motivational speeches to do their job. They don't. Your liver is already working overtime like it's employed in a toxic workplace, which, technically, it is. Number 2, vitamin C cures colds. If you've ever downed orange juice like a dehydrated marathon runner the moment you felt a sniffle, congratulations, you've participated in one of the most successful marketing myths of all time. The idea that vitamin C cures colds came from one very influential scientist who believed it passionately, but, passion is not data. Supplement companies saw an opportunity, slapped immune booster on everything from gummies to drinks to powders, and suddenly everyone thought oranges were basically tiny doctors with peels. Here's the real tea. Vitamin C is great for your body, but it cannot magically kick a cold in the face. Studies show that at best, it might reduce the duration of a cold by a tiny bit, but it won't stop one, reverse one, or vaporize viruses with citrus power. It's like bringing a water gun to a house fire. It helps. Emotionally. So why does the myth feel true? Because of something called confirmation bias. If you take vitamin C and get better 2 days later, your brain high-fives itself and says, see, it worked. Meanwhile, your immune system was doing the real job the whole time, quietly judging your orange obsession. Plus, companies marketed vitamin C like it was an all-purpose life insurance policy. You felt like if you didn't take it, your immune system would crumble instantly and you'd get sick by simply thinking about winter. Vitamin C didn't cure your cold. Time did. Vitamin C just took credit like that one coworker who shows up at the last minute and says, teamwork. Number 1. 8 glasses of water a day. Ah yes, the legendary health commandment, the golden rule. The biblical passage from the book of hydration, thou shalt drink 8 glasses of water daily or perish instantly. Except, no one knows where this rule even came from. Scientists didn't write it. Doctors didn't write it. It just appeared one day, spread like a rumor in a high school hallway, and became global law. In reality, your body's water needs depend on things like weather, activity level, diet, and whether or not you live life like a dried-out raisin. Marketing swooped in like a superhero nobody asked for. Bottled water companies turned hydration into a moral achievement. Suddenly drinking water wasn't just basic biology, it was a lifestyle. They made it glamorous, pure, essential, and profitable. People started carrying gallon jugs like emotional support animals. The psychology behind this madness is the anchor effect. When someone loudly declares a number, 8 glasses, your brain latches onto it like it's divine truth, even if it's totally random. And since drink more water sounds wholesome, nobody questioned it. Your body, by the way, has a hydration alert system. It's called thirst. When you're thirsty, drink. When you're not, Don't force 8 glasses down your throat like you're trying to drown your own kidneys. The myth survived because it made people feel productive. Water became a competition. I drank 3 bottles already today became the new, I meditated for 40 minutes. Basically, bottled water companies managed to turn the most abundant substance on the planet into a luxury performance metric. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.